what happens when you live in wickedness. Okay?
Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 18, it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings,
Yup.
the beginning of famine and great death,
Yup.
the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, so that's Esdras asking a question. What shall I do when the evil shall come? Because Esdras, he had this vision, man. The Lord gave Esdras this vision of the latter days. And he's seen everything that's about to happen in America. And now we have the interpretation of the vision and we're breaking it down unto you. And now it's up to you to either A, take heed and repent, or B, disregard it. No? It's because we out here just doing our job, man. Our job is to warn. Anything after that, that's on y'all, man. We do not care. Honestly, me personally, I do not care if you hawking or not. I'm just out here doing my job. I ain't gonna sit out here and beg you. Okay? I'm not gonna sit out here and beg the next man to turn back to the Lord. If you don't want to repent and turn back to the Heavenly Father, which is to your benefit, hey man, definitely, man.
Wait.
Go on.
And it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Yeah, sent as scourges for amendment, as a sign. Okay? For a decree. Or what happens when you turn your back on the Most High. For what happens when you live in wickedness. Alright? Go on.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. Even when they starve to death, either when their mother and their father getting shot down, their sister getting raped in front of them, they still not gonna turn back from their wickedness, man, to the very end. That's why the Lord gotta cook these people out here, man. That's why the Lord gotta burn them out. Go on.
And it says, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Nor be always mindful for the scourges. Even when these plagues happen in full force, they're not gonna be mindful of it. Like, damn, why is this happening? It's not. Oh, it's not because of what I've done. It's just the end of the world. No, it's because of what you did, man. Because of your wickedness, these things are coming.
And it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
And that's what's happening right now. Victuals are cheap. Gas is the lowest it's ever been. Go on.
And it says that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Like, damn, man. Oh shit, gas is cheap. I can fill up my whole tank for 20 bucks. Things are gonna get better. America's gonna be great again. No. That's a deception that the Lord put out, man. Stimulus check. Niggas think just because the white man giving them $1,200, things is gonna get back better and unemployment. No, man. Esau giving out this free money because he about to crash the economy, man. And make the old currency digital via an implantable microchip. Dummy. Go on.
And it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth. Because there's an agenda behind doors, man. Okay? The scriptures tell you that if this man do good, he doeth it unwillingly. Alright? Because there's always a hidden agenda of everything that the so-called white man does, especially towards our own people. The so-called white man is never gonna do anything good out of the goodness of his heart, man, towards the people on this side, man. He hates you, man, without passion. Alright?
And it says,
Hey, the scriptures say about the fruit can only bear with the tree.
Yeah.
Hey, so if it's only good fruit, if it's good fruit, it come out of a good tree. If it's evil fruit, come out of evil. So the so-called white man, he can only do evil because he was created to do evil. He's a bad tree. He's a bad seed. So that's always going to come out of him, like you just said, man. You know, he can't do anything other than goodness of his heart. He don't have a good heart.
I got into it.
So look what he said on the news about he was Latinos. He said, man, y'all more susceptible, y'all twice as likely to get the coronavirus. Y'all more susceptible to it. Why would you say that? You know, it ain't like he has some type of scientific, or you know, let's examine him and it just come about that you're more twice as likely. Now he want to paint you as the face, so he's more likely to grab you up and throw you in back of SWAT cars and beat everybody up in groups. That's why when they was on the news, the Shedemite said it so nonchalantly. Sometimes the police have to use aggressive force to enforce social distancing. Like it's a normal thing. But you go in Soho or the village, you see Edomites all over, hanging out with beers in their hands.
Passing out masks over there in Williamsburg. Yeah.
But in y'all hoods, they beating y'all up, batoning y'all, spraying y'all down with pepper spray, just to get y'all inside your house, man. That's the mentality of Esau.
Hey, what's his name? Joe Biden said, if you ain't voting for me, if you gonna vote for Trump, you ain't black.
Yeah, right.
You know, they basically telling you that this is what they think of you. I mean, they telling you what they still 2020 trying to tell you what being Jake is, man. What being black is, man. All right, what being an Israelite is, man. What we supposed to, they define who we supposed to be. The scriptures define what we supposed to be. That's why the sooner you get away from these devils, the better, man.
They're a plague, they're a poison.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, don't trust Joe Biden. Joe Biden's still got to answer to his elites. He's still going to do the same thing as presidents done in the past, which is being a damn devil and further persecute our people. Because they really think, let's say if Joe Biden gets in office, the nigga gonna think that when Joe Biden gets in office, he gonna give him reparations. Reparations ain't coming. All right?
Right. There you go.
Go on.
Yeah, he might use the stimulus check as a form of reparation.
Yeah.
Oh, see, everybody got a stimulus check, but really the people that's only allowed to get stimulus checks is people that's qualified as unemployed. So that means you had to literally have a full-time job under some type of corporation or company, and you had to get laid off. So what about the jakes that's suffering that can't get a job, that might have felonies under their belt, that just came home? They get a stimulus check? No. But Esau the devil. Esau don't do nothing good. All right. That's righteous. Esau do that, give you $1,200. But how much money did he print out? If you give every family $2,000, that can't equal to nearly 1% of the money that they printed out. So where's the rest of the money going? To their friends, Israel, for nuclear weapons. It's pretty much robbing the people. Because printing money essentially devalues the dollar to where we make it up in taxes. Everything they print, we make it up in taxes. So it's no wonder why every check you get is like more money is getting taken out. And first of all, how you gonna give us back money we gave you? A tax refund. Like they bought it from us and gave it back, some of it. That's extortion. Here it is, you might make $1,000. I have to pay 3 of it to Esau every week. Every 7 days, you paying $300 something to Esau. And then by the end of the year, after 12 months, 52 weeks, he give you back $1,000. Or you might even owe. Yo, man. Yo, you might even, check that out, 52 weeks. Every week you giving out $300. Say if you make $1,000, you're giving out $300 to $400 in taxes. At 52 weeks, that puts you well over 10,000. You might only see about 1,000 if you single. If you have a kid, you might see 2 or 3. And you can't claim your rent. You might have a mortgage, but you barely getting by with that. You gotta pay for maintenance, property, something break, you paying for it. Yeah, electrical bill, you don't get a tax break for that. Come on, man, because Esau is unrighteous. Give me Proverbs 21:26. I'll give you back.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 26. He coveteth greedily all the day long.
Yeah, covetous greedily, and that's one of the commandments. That's a heavy commandment. I believe that's part of the 10. Because it was very relevant, man. Covetousness is a wicked trait. To covet something meaning you don't want to get it, you don't want to get your own. You want what somebody else has. So you might see somebody with a nice car, and you're like, damn, man. A righteous man be like, oh, that's a nice car. Maybe if I work hard enough or I do certain things, I could probably own that myself. A covetous man like Esau, Edom, would be like, I'm gonna fucking beat him over the head and take it. That's covetous. So what is one of the forms of covetousness that Esau does? He might have a home, you might have a home. He'll never let you own it. Essentially, you're in a mortgage, but you're renting a home. So, say for instance, you pay off your mortgage after 30-year fixed rate, meaning it's gonna be whatever day you signed in the contract, that's gonna be what it is. It's not, the price is not gonna go up or it's not gonna go down. After 30 years, you'll be like, all right, well, I guess I'm done paying for it. No, you don't pay. The bank owns the land under your house. He's taking your home. Then it goes under foreclosure. That's an unrighteous act. Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 26. He covereth greedily all the day long.
Yeah, that's why everybody has to file taxes. People that, like Drake said, I ain't file my taxes, I'm too turned up. Because you see more money when you don't file taxes. But how Esau flip it? Esau noticed if you don't pay taxes, what he do? Hit you for tax evasion. That's a felony charge. That's almost up there with federal scamming. Let you not file your taxes. That's coveting greedily all the day long. And brothers get hit hard every pay period, man. Because that little bit of money that you paid in taxes can make a difference on that next bill that's coming in, or something you gotta fix on your car, or something you gotta buy for your kids. What you gotta give it? To Esau. And what Esau do? Raise the price in your neighborhood, so you can't afford it no more. You know?
It says, but the righteous giveth and spareth not.
Yeah, the righteous giveth and spareth not. King Solomon, the wisest king, had infinite amount of wealth at the time. You think he cared about the money he had? He gave it up. Because what can really wealth do for you if you can't share it? It's not something you hoard and look at, oh man, it's beautiful. At the end of the day, you have money to do things with it. You see? You know? But in a society, you have a whole bunch of millionaires and billionaires, but you have majority of the people suffering, paycheck to paycheck. That's a wicked thing. But if the righteous were in power, you know, if the righteous were in power, everybody would have. Look at Gaddafi. Assyria, I had to read that again. He considered having a home a human right. It's a God-given right to own your home. Now in America, healthcare was free in a so-called first world country, where it's supposed to be the most advanced healthcare system is. But yet you can have people dying for a so-called virus. You have to pay for that. You go in there to get a checkup, $1,000, $1,500. You see? That was it on that.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor.
Yeah, the rich rule over the poor. I mean, it's blatantly obvious, man. Who controls the money, the finances, controls the world? The rich rule over the poor. Who's the poor? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites. Go ahead.
And the borrower is servant to the lender.
Right, and Jewish people, and the Bible, they call them Amalek. That's their biblical name. They have people in debt. Whether you want a car, you got to go in debt for it. Whether you want a home, you got to go debt for it. The basic essentials of life, you have to go in debt for. Okay, education to get a certain job to where you can afford to live in a certain area, or just to live, period. Got to go into debt. And that's how they rule over you. Because now with debt, he taxed on another wicked thing, which is usury, or i.e. interest. Why is it considered interest? Because it's interesting to them to reap money off of something they let you borrow. And that's a part of the curses, because the scriptures say we have to go to them to the one of all things. And that we should be borrowers instead of lenders. Why? Because if you have to borrow something, you're in a position of subjection. Anytime you say, yo, man, cuz I need a loan, you under that man's subjection. And that's how Esau plays it, man. Read that again. You dropped it? You got something? Yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs 11 and 28.
Yeah.
It says, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall.
Yeah, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall. And that's why a lot of these wealthy people of the world is gonna fall, especially when the Lord returns. Because he's the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. He's gonna take everything you have from you. And you're gonna be nothing, left with nothing. Because at the end of the day, like the scriptures say, money, riches make it wings, itself wings and fly away. You could be up one day and down the next. Go ahead.
It says, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch.
That's right. The righteous gonna flourish as a branch. It's plain and simple.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
That's why they said John Bezos, the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, made over $3 trillion within 3 months of this quarantine. 3 trillion. That's 1 billion plus 999. And that's to make 1 trillion. All that money for what? And he don't pay taxes. Read that again. Go ahead.
Sirach 34 and 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a blood shedder.
Read that again.
He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Yeah, like one of the wicked chicks be like, oh, he trying to take the spot over. Because that's where Jake was getting his money. That's a wicked term, but in a sense, it's true. Esau set it up to where you always have to go back to him. But then what he do? Like in when he went to criminalize Jake, he started putting all petty crimes and making them felonies for it. Like at one time you can get a felony charge for weed. Now they making it legal. Read that again.
Yep. It says, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Right, and that's what's happening now. Esau put this quarantine in effect, shelter in place, social distance. Now a lot of people that's doing Uber driving or certain other app-based jobs can't make a living. You know, whether they're cutting hair or making food, they can't make a living now. You slayed that man, you killed that man. Not physically, but you made it impossible for that man to live. Yeah, financially. Which the scriptures also tack on finances. One of the curses was we will lose wealth or the ability to acquire it. You know? So read that one more time.
Sirach 34 and 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Yeah, and that's what they do, man. When they're going to gentrification, I mean, all aspects of Jake's life, you taking away their ability to make a living. You raise the rent to astronomical rates, you fix a bathroom, and all of a sudden, the monthly rent goes up $200. Not caring where that man gonna go. Why? Because they got a Starbucks and a Chipotle in the neighborhood. Go ahead. And then let one of the children's there that live in that building for 30 years, let them try to get a job in that field. Oh no, man. We can't hire you, you're not qualified. For $15 an hour. Go ahead.
And he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a blood shedder.
Yeah, a man that has to assign a W-2 and a consent of an income contract. First off, we don't make income, we make wages. We work for our money. Well, most of these brothers, unless you're an entrepreneur, and secondly, in World War II, tax was considered voluntary. Tax was considered voluntary. So with change, give me the Isaiah 10, describe, with change, Esau wrote in the law that changed the words around to instead say wages, say income. So now you have legal names like a straw man, which your names is all caps, you're a business in itself. So now you work, it's taxable now. That's defrauding a man of his labor. Because when you labor, most likely it's like what? You're not gonna get wealthy off of it. Give me that? Yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Yeah, decree unrighteous decree. That's an unrighteous decree. This whole coronavirus thing. It's fraudulent in itself. But now everybody got to stay at home and breathe in the mask all day. Yeah, I read an article about a taxi driver killed himself because he been breathing in his mask for up to 12 to 13 hours. And when you learn back in school, the little bit of gems that we get from, Esau school system, what is the cycle of life? We breathe out carbon dioxide and we take in oxygen. We give the carbon dioxide, which is chemical to us, but it came out of us, we give it to plants. Plants take that, recycle it, and give us fresh, clean oxygen through plants. So what Esau tell you to do? The best way to fight this virus, he never said it's airborne, but to have a mask on. So now you're breathing in the carbon dioxide that's toxic to you, making you more susceptible, if you was to catch a virus, to die from it. Because now your body or your immune system is weak through you suffocating yourself through the carbon dioxide you breathing out. That's an unrighteous decree. Now you can't even go in the store because you don't have a mask on, sir or ma'am. You see? Go ahead.
And their right grievousness which they have prescribed.
That's grievous. That's grievous. You might be a family-owned business. Nah, this coronavirus, it's not airborne, yet you gotta wear a mask. You gotta wear gloves, but you touch anything with your glove, you touch your phone, it's right back to it. But no, shelter in place. Everybody stay home. That's a grievous law. Because a lot of hard-working individuals can't make money now. Because you got them shacked up in a home, and then a lot of people can't even get unemployment. Go ahead.
Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, work evil upon their beds. One video came out on World Star about, I forget his name, I believe it's like Alexander Moses, was an Edomite that went to African nations and started hitting them with HIV vaccines. And it was a saying in Africa that the only people that caught the AIDS virus or the HIV virus was the people that went to the doctors. So how does that relate? Because Esau's the same globally. They're all the same, they all think the same, they all got death and bloodshed in their bloodstream. What they do now with vaccines, what is it, mercury in it, all types of metals, toxins for your body. Now they're gonna make it mandatory for you to have a vaccination. What is a vaccine anyway? It's a small dose, what they say is small, of the virus or whatever they're trying to have you fight anyway, to stimulate your body to fight off the disease. That don't make no sense. That's an unrighteous decree.
It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, because what's his name is going to get rich once you start vaccinating people. Bill Gates. Like brother was saying, man, he don't have no medical background. Even then, the Lord said don't inject anything in your body anyway. The best medicine is what the Lord provided. The herbs, dandelion root, turmeric, all type of herbs. Your body is naturally designed to fight off viruses and bacteria. There's viruses and bacteria all over the place. We have viruses and bacteria. You see? But because Esau, give me food saving his heart. Yeah, give me that real quick. Because Esau don't believe in the creation of the Heavenly Father.
Psalms 14:1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no power.
Yeah, the fool. Who's the fool? Esau Edom. because he's been rejected, he don't believe in the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
They are corrupt. They have done abominable works.
And that's an abominable work. Giving pharmaceutical medicine, and then you have a commercial and it has like 100 side effects that they say really fast, so you can't pick it up. And it's that most fatal one is heart attack or death. And in a commercial, everybody's happy, jumping around, dancing, and having a good old time. But a lot of people, behind the scenes, a lot of people are hooked on opioids, hooked on these medications, have badass livers, come home from what they call dialysis, shaking and can't move. You come out, see, because Esau is the total opposite of righteous. Because let a righteous man or physician heal you. You come out better than you felt, before you caught the virus. But let Esau get a hold. Esau have you walking with one leg and you can't think straight, or you gotta learn how to read through things, like walk, eat, chew, breathe. Just the basics, but you knew how to do. But because Esau don't believe in Heavenly Father, his way is going to be contrary. Go ahead.
It says there is none that do it good.
Yeah, none of them Edomites in that industry do it good, man. They all out for profit. They all out to chip you and vaccinate you. But most of the people are going to believe, because the scriptures say gross darkness. Gross darkness, darkness and light is synonymous with truth and ignorance. But because most people believe if they cough hard enough, that somebody could get smacked in the face with a virus. And virus can't breathe out in the air. They can't survive in certain elements. But no, stay inside. Most people need vitamin D. They say the best thing for people to have is sunshine. But what they say, stay inside. They go pump that all summer when it's hot out. Everybody stay inside. Why? Because your immune system is not active. It's almost like working out. You don't work out, you lose your strength. Your body is not exercising its immune system, it loses that ability. So if you're inside the whole time, your body's not active, your immune system is not getting stimulated, then they put a vaccine in you. What do you think is gonna happen? Of course you can't fight it off. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
Every herb bearing seed, and a lot of Esau. That's another thing. Esau don't like to make things with seeds in it. We know it's natural when it has a seed in it, because that's of the Lord. So read that again.
This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
Every herb bearing seed. Go ahead.
Which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat.
It shall be for meat. Now Esau knows this, but what does he do? He gets these herbs and concentrate it and put all type of deadly chemicals within to make a synthetic drug. Why do they call it synthetic medication? Because it's a carbon copy, it's a fake. So what happens? You go to the doctor for back pains, he give you some opioid pills. Next thing you know, you hooked on it. Now you're taking 2 other pills to cope with that one pill that you was already taking. When whole time you could have just got some herbs that the Lord made. Let me go this. See, you got scientists that know nature. You got the Most High gave Esau knowledge of like Adam, where he could name certain species of animals or certain sects of plants that do certain benefits for you, like arugula, basil, cilantro. I mean, they taste good for Mexican dishes, but they're also very good for you. Spinach, the greener the better. Kale. I mean, the kale contains something called chlorophyll, that dark leafy substance, which is the blood of the plant. But within that contains the life for us. We come from the ground, so it makes sense that